But those first few minutes when the Toronto Raptors were victims of Golden State's 18-0 run, half the damn fans in the arena were at the concession stand. That's inexcusable.
Stephen A., question.
It's the truth.
In your experience of covering big games and particularly finals for decades now, do you think that can actually have a material effect on the home team? In other words, can you blame the fans?
Yes, and from this perspective, you're going up against a champion that's seasoned. They know the moment. You know their history. Golden State comes out in the second half like gangbusters. They come to take your heart out. The Toronto Raptors feed off of their rabid, great fans. And this was the first time that I saw them. I covered the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the first time I saw them. And where were they?
So Paul Pierce said that the Raptors didn't want it bad enough, but maybe the fans didn't want it bad
They
enough.
took it for granted. They took it for granted.
Look, you talk about home court advantage.
You know it's true.
Stephen A. is right. If you talk about home court advantage and then you suddenly don't have it, you give it up, but you already gave it up to start the second half.
You don't do that.
It's not a bad point.
Because the Raptors should be unique in having a whole country behind them.
When we come back here for Game 5, every seat needs to be filled. To begin of the game, halftime, everything.
It's a fair point.
Stephen A. calling people out. All right, both teams, guys, hampered by injuries, but the hits keep on coming for the Warriors. Klay Thompson leaving in the fourth with a hamstring injury. We'll have more on that a little bit later. Max, how important is it for Golden State to get KD back?
Look, obviously it depends on the health of the team, but let's say Klay is compromised.
Yeah.
You know, I say obviously because I thought Iguodala would be compromised. It turns out the only thing he compromised was the offense of the Toronto Raptors and the fact that he hit that three, in a one-possession game. But if the health is compromised, they need KD to win the series. Because with KD, you can't beat this Golden State Warriors team. You just can't. What Boogie Cousins showed last night, and that was the whole question, can he integrate himself into this team in such a way that he's not just an individual talent, but a helpful member of a unit? The answer is unequivocally, at least last night, yes, it was the Boogie Cousins game last night. Has Draymond lost half a step, or can he turn it on when he needs to? No, he can still turn it on when he needs to, as can Iguodala. So without KD, if Klay is compromised, the Raptors have a real good shot. If you add KD to the things I just said, it's a wrap. He is the insurance policy. And I would say that they need him based on the health of the squad.
You're not wrong. I'm just not interested in hearing that from you because you picked the Raptors. So I don't want to hear that. Here's the deal. The Golden State Warriors, without KD, as long as Boogie Cousins, Iguodala, and Klay Thompson's on the court, the Golden State Warriors are going to win this finals. Without KD, they're going to beat the Toronto Raptors in 6. There will be no Game 7 in Toronto.
Look at the fans when you say
there will be no Game 7 in Toronto.
By the way, he's right. He's right. There won't be a Game 7 in Toronto. I think you're all going to close them out in Game 6 at Oracle.
I'm telling you right now, first of all, there's no way on earth that the Golden State Warriors, their last time at the Oracle, okay, because they're moving across the bay to their new $1.5 billion new arena in San Francisco. Ain't no way in hell, I don't believe there's any way in hell that the Golden State Warriors are going to lose a Game 6 at the Oracle. I can't see that happening. That's number one. Number two, I'm here to tell you something right now. Again, we know how terrific KD is. It's almost fair to the city of Toronto and the country of Canada that KD ain't playing, because God help y'all if he was here and healthy. You wouldn't have a chance. Wouldn't have a chance, okay? But because he's gone, you got a chance. But in the end, if Iguodala, Klay, and Cousins are all healthy enough to play, this is over in 6.
Listen, we're not even asking about the health of the right player here, because I assume KD ain't going to play. I mean, that injury looked much more serious than they've reported.
You don't think he's playing at all this series?
Nope, I never did. But I'll stand corrected if he plays, but it just looked to me like a serious injury.
I don't blame you for feeling that way.
Now, look, I will say this. Even if KD's healthy, the best player in the series, if he's healthy, I believe is Kawhi Leonard. I think he's the best player on earth. And let me say something else. If you had a healthy Kawhi last night, you win the game. The reason you didn't win really in terms of Kawhi's performance is Kawhi can't hit shots. He has to get to the free throw line and try to score that way because his legs are shot right now because he's hurt. If Kawhi gets healthy.
I saw that more in Game 1 and 2. I saw that more in
I
game
saw
1
it
and 2.
affect his. I know what you mean. He wasn't dragging in this game like he was going to. But and that's what I'm saying. He looks like he's coming along. If Kawhi gets healthy and he's hitting his shots, you're going to win this series.
I think, first of all, you're not giving enough credit to the Golden State Warriors and how successful they are in doubling up Kawhi and getting the ball out of his hands. It's causing him problems. Number 2, I do not believe that Kawhi Leonard would be the best player in this series if KD were healthy. I believe it would be KD, because just like you talk about with Kawhi, he's strong, he's powerful, he moves people off of his spots so he can be there himself. He does all of these things. KD don't have to do any of that. KD just give me the ball. You know who I am. Y'all know who I am. That KD. That's the dude right there.
Stephen A,
I'm not worried about it at
Are we
all.
going to see a healthy KD ever in this series?
I don't think. First of all, even if he does come back, he won't be healthy.
Yeah.
I think the best case scenario for KD to come back is him at about 70%. I think that's the best case scenario. But I'm here to tell you, even at 70%,
Yeah, it's a problem.
If KD comes back, it's a wrap. Oh, Canada. I'm sorry. It's a wrap.
70% of KD is like a normal all-star. If you get 3/4 of KD, give or take, that's an all-star player. I don't think you're going to get that in this series. I'd be very surprised if he plays at all.
All right, and you said Kawhi's best player on the planet. His 12th 30-point game this postseason, joining only LeBron and Kobe as the only players to do that over the last decade. That is impressive.
I will tell you this, though.
KD's
I got love for my brother. I got love for my brother Drake. I really do. I got mad love for him. It does hurt to see him after a Raptors loss. It's just not. It really, really aches his heart. It messes with his spirit.
Did you see